Welcome everyone. Is India missing the wave? Welcome to the Creative Sagittarius. Our today's episode is Blue Horizon Exploring Ocean Power. Have you ever wondered how the vast and mighty oceans, covering 70% of our planet, could be the key to solving the global energy crisis? From the tidal waves to thermal gradients, ocean power is more than just a dream. It's a revolution waiting to happen, especially for a country like India. Let's dive deep. Let's dive deep into the untapped potential of this renewable sources and its transformative impact on the future of sustainable energy. Stay tuned for an insightful conversation that could change the way you think about the ocean power. While the world rides the tide of renewable energy, India's vast coastline hides an untapped gold mine, ocean power. With a renewable energy target of 500 gigawatt by 2030, can India afford to overlook the immense potential of wave, tidal, and thermal energy? Or are we too late to harness the power of our oceans? Let's dive deep into the blue revolution. It's an honor to have with us Mr. Jagannath Nayak, a visionary and a thought leader in the oceanography. His insights and expertise have inspired many, and today we have the privilege to learn directly from his vast experience. Let's give him a warm welcome as he takes us on a journey of knowledge and inspiration. Jagannath Nayak is a professional with 14 years of IT experience in embedded system research, design, and development. He has completed his Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering from BPUT Odisha in 2007. He has done research and development in multiple domains. He is currently doing research and development in the renewable energy domain, working on a low-cost, efficient ocean wave power technology, and incorporated an early-stage startup called Purelectron India Private Limited. So, welcome, Mr. Jagannath Nayak. Welcome to our platform, the Creative Sagittarius.
Namaste. Namaste.
So, it's over to you, sir. Now you can start. What do you want to say about the ocean power?
Yes. Sir, I have done research in multiple domains. In renewable energy, we have our target because we are uh, we are producing so much of carbon now. Global warming also a concern, but actually we know that our 60 to 70% of power comes from thermal power, burning fossil fuels, coal, diesel, or any biofuel. So we are producing carbon. Every 1 kilowatt of thermal power we are using, we are producing around 950 grams of carbon. So that is polluting around 30% of pollution that is caused by thermal power. To offset that carbon, we need to switch to renewable energy.
Yes.
Renewable energy like solar power that requires some kind of rooftop solar or land mass it requires. But solar power is available 5 to 6 hours in a day.
Yes.
Then we need to store that power for usage in night. And the wind power, we have like offshore wind also it is coming. That is really well. And wind power in other areas, it will be variable. Like in our home, if it will be not up to certain height, maybe it will be not in the zone. So it will be variable wind speed. But in ocean, we have around 300 times more power flux than wind power per meter square. So ocean is having a lot of enormous power, but we need low cost solution to tap that power. There are a lot of technology efforts has been done. Uh, so we don't have much, I mean, local solution, viable solution that can generate power efficiently. There are a lot of many technologies in the world they are working on. So in India also, there are many companies they are trying, since it's a high CapEx intensive. Generally, startups they don't afford to go for, because for wind ocean power, unless it will be a megawatt scale, we cannot sell to power grid. So suppose we'll set up a plant, we cannot sell to power grid. But there are multiple applications also can be there, low cost applications that actually. So as a small startup, as a, I mean, early stage startup, we are planning to do small scale, then we'll go for higher scale pilot of megawatt scale web power projects. We come forward with a solution, low cost solution that can generate power efficiently. Even in low height waves also, it can generate power efficiently. So we are using indigenous technology. Optionally, we can use potential storage solutions. Sorry, I got cold today. But yeah, and gravity battery concept also we can use optionally. So that can use efficiently, that can harvest power from the ocean. So we have just done lab prototype, and we are looking for some kind of pilot scale model. So we have applied for some government grants, and even actually for defense also it has some application. Just like we are buying our surveillance buoys for the defense, so that can be powered with waves also. So we are proposing defense also, navy, to provide wave power surveillance buoy that can surveillance our coast. So coastal regions, just like it will have sonic listener buoys. There are multiple sensors will be there. So no need to go and take it. So it will be automatically, it will guard our uh, coastal region from the remote. Sir, I think your voice is muted.
So would you like to tell us in detail about your project? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I said, would you like to tell us about your project in detail? What you are planning, what is the project about, all that?
Yes, sir. So now actually we are looking for some government grants as a early stage startup
Yeah.
to make it a MVP, low scale MVP,
Mhm.
that we are targeting our customer like Indian Navy. And there are some coastal people will be there. Coastal industries are there, just like hotels, resorts, that can be powered initially.
Yeah.
So even actually like also it can be surveillance buoy, it can be just like a lighting buoy. So it will just it can guard our ships, and it can power small 1 to 10 kilowatt. One small, I mean, hotels, multiple arrays can be connected to power up a hotel. And even actually it can desalinate. I mean, it can do ocean power desalination. They need fresh water. We can desalinate water, and we can provide that water. And even actually it can produce hydrogen also from the ocean water. So green hydrogen can be produced from the wave power. So it has a lot of scopes. We have planned for uh, doing a pilot scale with even actually any, we are looking for potential investors to explore in the area, because it has a lot of potential,
Yeah.
and we can efficiently
Mm.
replace thermal power 24 by 7, because ocean power is available 24 by 7,
Yeah.
and can replace thermal power efficiently. We are doing R&D. Obviously, I mean, there are many companies in India, even IIT Chennai also, they are also working on web power. There are
Mhm,
multiple companies, they have the project and they are on testing phase.
mhm.
And everybody is looking for some kind of pilot investment to uh, uh, do it, I mean, on maybe larger scale, larger pilot scale. But still, actually, it has to pass certain quality. It has to be efficiently. So, since actually we are also hopeful that once we'll have a pilot scale, maybe we have multiple generation of device we have planned. So slowly we'll do R&D and we'll evolve.
So would you like to give us a walkthrough of your presentation that we discussed?
Sir, till now we have just lab scale. So currently with MSME grant,
Mhm,
we are planning to do a MVP. So that will be up to 10 kilowatt MVP.
mhm.
So that one actually we want to do it for local industries or Navy.
Right.
Even there will be some local coastal industries. After
Mm.
that, we'll go for a megawatt scale project.
And what about the crowdfunding? Have you thought of crowdfunding for your project?
Uh, as a early stage startup, actually, yeah, we are also looking for some kind of crowdfunding. There are multiple projects I have. If we can have some, actually, even this plan, actually, I have already actually proposed, but actually in India, we need such kind of platform, secure cloud crowdfunding platform, so that multiple projects, many people have multiple projects that can be supported. And it's not like that actually, suppose somebody will fund whenever we have just like we have profits, we'll return those also. I mean, yeah. So we need some kind of secure funding. So there are some startups actually. It has potential. I mean, for such projects, it has huge potential.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So should I move to my questions, or would you like to explain something more?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. So my first question to you, what is the current status of ocean energy projects in India and how does it compare globally?
In India, we don't have scenario for web power. Uh, Many companies, many startups, even IIT Chennai, they have some projects, but actually it is not totally, I mean, it is not tested. They are also in R&D phase currently.
Right.
So no web power in India has come for, I
Mhm.
mean, pilot scale or, I mean, in commercial phase.
Oh.
In China, already some are in commercial.
Mhm.
Even in Europe, UK, USA, Australia, New Zealand,
I see.
many companies, around 60 companies globally, they
Mhm.
are already into commercial. So they're also expanding. So ocean power is at least is, I mean, it's in still in, I mean, not so
Interesting.
developed.
And how long do you think the pilot project will take?
Yeah. So we are expecting our fund from MSME by January.
Mhm.
So we'll be starting our project then up to it will take around 6 to 9 months to complete the project and to test it everything. So once we have plan for small scale, I mean commercial. So it is very difficult for the because we are coming from modular. We
Mhm.
have modular project and it is near shore modular design.
Yeah.
So that's why actually we are planning for commercialization for I mean small scale industries
Right.
initially.
I see.
Once it will have some customers
Mhm.
and we'll go for pilot scale for megawatt scale. So after that, Small scale will be one line, and will be working. Another team will be working on large scale.
Okay. So I'm moving to my next question. Now, what are the key challenges hindering the growth of ocean energy in India, especially in terms of technology and investment?
Yeah. So ocean power, it's a because actually it's a new technology. I mean, we have not tested in ocean environment a megawatt scale. So even actually there are some tsunamis, that also protection we need to see. Sometime there are actually many various conditions that actually even actually ocean power suppose will set up for megawatt scale. It has to clear environment certification. It has to clear from ocean department, fisheries department. So those certification are required, and we need to take land lease. So there are a lot of actually dependencies are there whenever we are setting up a plant, ocean energy plant.
Yes.
So that is also one aspect we need to go for before signing a MOU with any customer. So
And
and
what kind of a struggle you had to face for the investment? The grant you are getting that from the government, that is okay. But do you think the investors are very warm to this idea of ocean power?
uh, I have approached like Tata Power. There are multiple actually. I mean, initially I have approached, but there are many investors. Actually, we are too early stage now. I mean, just actually we are doing the lab prototype,
Yeah, yeah.
and we need to do a marketable MVP.
Mm.
So for that, actually, we are just to early stage. So in the early stage, we are just waiting for government grants. Nobody will give us. I mean, for because actually, any investor they'll invest, they'll need return within some time period. So unless we are into commercial,
Mhm.
suppose we have some customer and commercial, generally we are just looking for early stage street fund to take it to at some stage, commercial stage.
So what role can ocean power play in achieving India's renewable energy targets and addressing energy security issues?
Yes, sir. So once we'll have a pilot scale model, I mean, if we have megawatt scale model, maybe uh, some megawatt scale, then we can, once it will be a success, then we can, we have our scope around 7,516 kilometers of coastal line.
Yeah.
And we are planning for low height waves also. I mean, there are actually certain, I mean, areas it will have very good waves, but we are planning for even low height waves also. It should work. So, yeah, so we have a lot of potential in India.
Which coastal region in India have the highest potential for ocean power generation, and what policies are in place to develop these regions? So, do you have any idea?
Yeah, so there are actually certain regions in Kerala. Actually, there is a ocean study it was conducted. So even in Kerala, some regions, Kutch region, Kambat region in Gujarat. So in that region, ocean power is more. I mean, it will be because more height, more energy can be generated. Even in Odisha also, there are certain places that will have actually some heights like average 4 to 6 meters, or even actually we are planning up to 2 to 5 meter also. It will work very well.
Okay.
Uh, so yeah. So actually, initially we'll even for low height waves also we'll be planning in Odisha. Then actually we can plan for higher production because initially if you go offshore power will be more, but it will be risky also. We need bigger complex projects.
Mm.
So we don't want to go offshore now. Initially, we are near shore, we are planning. Then, once we have properly established, we can invest in bigger projects, we can go for offshore.
So how can India leverage international collaboration and technologies to accelerate the adoption of ocean energy solutions? So what can you say about this?
Yes, sir. Uh, India actually funded some project in past. There are actually in IIT Chennai project one they have funded, but somehow actually they could not. They funded around 99 lakhs, and it was they have target for 500 kilowatt. It is not able to, produce that much of the target, and it is intensive, but actually it is not performing well. That's why they stopped the project. India procured, um, initially they have tie up with Pelamis from UK, and it was heavy, too costly. It was offshore project, just like they put some snake kind of connected vessels
Okay.
that could generate power. But actually that cost was around 50 crores per megawatt. So it has too costly. One device, it could produce around 750 kilowatt. Multiple
Mhm.
devices, it has too much costly for
Mhm.
some project. So India government stopped that project. So we need low cost solution. We know that within uh, around solar power per megawatt, it will be 3 to 4 crores. We can get even for wind power up to 6 to 7 crores. For even suppose we need to procure some land and we can establish a wind power on yes, wind power. So it will be, we have initially as a small device, we have calculated it will be around 8.6 crores per megawatt initially for first generation of our device because we are going for modular. Later we'll go for higher end devices, it will be cheaper. So we are targeting around uh, within 4 to 5 crore per megawatt of ocean power. So in the whenever we'll make bigger devices.
So, Mr. Nayak, that was all the question I had for you. So, before we wrap up, do you have any message for our audience?
Yeah. So these kind of projects, just like it's a emerging technology category projects, these projects needs funding backing. So unless actually properly such projects, actually it's a not just one discipline, there will be multiple discipline, it will come into play. Electronics, electrical, power electronics, then actually we have mechanical. There are actually a lot of innovations, they are, required oceanology. So those everything it comes into play. So whenever actually some companies are because due to that high capex and complexity, many company they don't want to afford it. And you know, in ocean is very risky.
Mhm.
So for this projects, suppose if we with some good technology, it should come up. Low cost technology, it should come up. Then actually in India we can efficiently offset the carbon. So, the carbon we are producing, because that is actually causing major
Yeah.
issue. So, that's why actually we are doing a lot of research into this one, even if it is complex. So, we are working on it. So,
So, thank you for tuning in today. Insightful discussion on ocean power and its potential to transform India's energy landscape. We hope you have gained valuable insight into this often overlooked renewable resources. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to our podcast for more thought provoking content on sustainability and India's energy future. Don't forget to drop your question or thoughts in the comments below. Together, let's empower India, India's energy revolution. So thank you, Mr. Jagannath Nayak. Thank you so much for giving us your valuable time. It was very enlightening and very exciting project, and we all pray that you succeed in your project. Actually,
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
thank you.